I say God has blessed me for that obedience. I walked in that door on January 5th. I was hired for a full-time teaching position on January 18th, 2 days after my birthday. I mean, I laid on the couch on December 25th and said, you know, God, I need you right now. I know where my blessing came from. I know that I had to talk to God immediately. I didn't want to wait till I left because I know if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't even be here, right now, because it was not what I wanted to do. Immediately, I told her, hold on and let me put the phone down. And I just had to worship with the Lord. I had to sing my song. I had to just tell God, thank you, because I feel I qualified, but I knew that I didn't have it all. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in this position.
If someone asked me, what's the reason for creation? My answer would be man. If someone asked me, what's the reason for man? My answer would be fellowship.
What do I think about worship? When I think of worship, I think of God and his presence and God and his glory, and I focus all of my attention on him who not only created the world, but everything in it, and how he is everything, how he is all-encompassing, how he is infinite, unimaginable. There's nothing that words that I can describe God when I think of worshiping him, because he's worthy. Not only is he worthy, that's what he requires.
Man by nature is a worshiper. The question is not whether or not he'll worship. The question is, who will be the object of his worship? In Hebrews, the 10th chapter, beginning at verse 1, the Bible reads, "For the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never, with those sacrifices which they offered year by year, continually make the comers thereunto perfect. For then would they not have ceased to be offered, because that the worshippers once purged should have had no more conscience of sin." Hello, I'm Willie Browning, and I want to welcome you to What is Worship?
What is worship? Well, worship to me, I believe there's worship and then there's true worship. And what I mean by the two is, for one, I think for too long we've been confusing the two, or at best, not even knowing that there's a difference. Let's look at it like this way. Pastor Browning is a friend of mine, and I've been knowing him, I guess, about 3 years. And we've met in different settings in the church, and I've been in his home, a few times and talked over the phone. And I feel like when he tell me he love me or he appreciate me, that makes me feel special. I have a good feeling behind that. And we would consider that, say, worship. Now, true worship, I believe, like my wife, we've been married for 26 years. And we've weathered some storms. We've had to cry together, laugh together, have fun. We've been through a lot of stuff, had to forgive each other. And we've been through so much. And I believe the relationship that I have with her is intimate, and it's more than just flesh. It's beyond the flesh. It's spiritual. And to me, that would be kind of like true worship. It's a spiritual thing. It goes beyond the flesh. It's worship, and I believe like the worship is what we feel when we worship. True worship is what God feels. And I think that's the difference between the two. True worship and worship. So what is worship? I believe it's a spirit-to-spirit contact with one from us to the Father.